The sea holds fearsome creatures. And them. Afraid to get your feet wet?
Today we'll be looking at Nami. Now Nami is a brand new champion for League of Legends, and she's actually a support champion, and it's been a while since we've seen a support champion, and you know, there aren't that many support champions in League compared to the other types of champions. There aren't that many support champions. Let's take a quick look at her abilities here. Her passive is Celerity. When Nami's abilities hit an allied champion, they gain plus 45 movement speed for 1.25 seconds. Okay. Hydro Blast is her Q. Sends a bubble into the air towards a targeted area. Deals magic damage and encases them into a bubble. The people that are hit by the bubble, they lift it up into the air and stun for 1.25 seconds before dropping to the ground. So it's actually a really, really good ability. It's a stun. And if you hit them, they go flying up to the air for a few seconds, and you know, it's really good. It's really good crowd control right there. A good stun. Here are a few clips of her Q in action. It is sort of easy to dodge sometimes. You can see it on the ground for about a second before it's there. So it is sort of easy to dodge, but it's not too easy to dodge at all. For her W, we have Surging Tides. This is also a very good ability. What it does is it switches between allied hits and enemy hits. So you can see here, if I hit an ally, I gain, or it heals 170 plus, you know, whatever my skills with my AP, but it heals for 170, and it will bounce to a nearby enemy champion. If it hits an enemy, it will deal 210 plus my AP ratio, whatever, and bounce to a nearby enemy or nearby allied champion. So if we use this on myself, this is the area where it will bounce to you know, to other champions around me. So it can't bounce right away to another allied champion, but it can bounce to an enemy champion. And her Aqueous Empowerment empowers an allied champion for 5 seconds or until they have attack 3 times. Their basic attacks deal plus 20, or they deal 25 bonus damage, you know, plus the AP ratio, and slow the target. Her ultimate is Tidal Wave, and this is actually a pretty cool ultimate. You know, you've seen it, it's basically one of those big cones. You know, it does a huge effect, but it doesn't actually have infinite range. It doesn't have range across the map. This is the range of it. That's the range of it. It's like 2,000 and something, the range, I think. So, yeah, the range isn't across the map, and it's also very slow. I'll show you guys right now, actually. Watch how slow this is. So that's the range right there. That's as far as I can go. Very long cooldown as well. Over 2 minutes, even though I have Ionian Boots of Lucidity. And basically, you know, it just knocks them up if it hits them. It'll slow them. So basically, if they're closer to you, it'll slow them for like 3 seconds. If they're really close to you, say if they're touching you, basically, it'll slow them for 3 seconds. But the further away that they are, it'll slow them for longer. So if they're all the way, you know, at the end of the 2200 range or whatever it is, if they're all the way at the very end of it, it'll slow them for 5 seconds. So that's Nami so far, guys. I can't wait to see how she turns out in the end. We definitely need some more support champions on League, so it's pretty good stuff.